Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I am your never humble host, Eric Sizemore. Delighted to be with you this evening and sharing all kinds of funny memes with you, and joined by my beautiful co-host, the Couchman, Andrew Titi.
Greetings, salutations, and what's for lunch?
Nice. And also dialing in from South Canada, I think, Michael Quiet, who's not actually here, so he's extra quiet right now. We're hoping he'll join us later. Might even get in a little sneak peek from our buddy Jack. He usually comes with a quick six, but is just looking to audience. I don't think he's going to make it. So start your bets now. And to everybody out there in TV land, thank you so much for again spending time with us. Right now, of course, we have to do a patented, trademarked, absolutely essential part of every single episode of Facebook for the Blind. You know it. You love it. I'm talking about... the depressing news. Yeah, okay. Getting into it with all kinds of fun stuff. Hey, you know what? Actually, I did find out something interesting. You know what? The TSA says now we don't have to take off our shoes. Because
fat people around the world rejoice.
I know, right? But it's like they knew that was BS to begin with.
Oh, dude.
They're just like, yeah, no. The magic only works if you take your shoes off. Otherwise, we can't protect you. Friend of the show, Jeff St. Clair, is reporting on Fast Company, who's just, again, writing from so moderate to centrist that you can't even tell anymore where the hell they're coming from. Fast Company writes that while retirement typically occurs after completing a career and saving and investing for it, a new trend is emerging among Gen Z career professionals called micro-retirement. Micro-retirements include taking a 1 or 2 week break from work every 12 to 18 months. And Jeffrey's like, vacations. They used to be called vacations.
Bro.
They still exist sometimes if you're in a union. and yeah, like George, friend of the show, George Hussein Cruikshank, founding the Zaddy of the show.
I'll beat the hell out of you.
He was just like,
you don't say Zaddy.
He was just like, it's in the dictionary, and he posted from Merriam-Webster. It was pretty funny, I thought. It was very funny. Hey, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Of course,
what's going on?
We had the biggest, most unbeautiful billionaire bailout bogus bill that got passed. And Bernie Sanders says Republicans are celebrating the passage of the largest Medicaid cut in U.S. history to pay for the largest tax break for billionaires in American history. 51,000 Americans will die each year so the top 1% can get a $1 trillion tax break. So this bill is a death sentence. But yeah, but now when you see the billionaires, you can be like, that is definitely blood money. So there's...
Oh, word.
Ford CEO says that China's EV progress is the most humbling thing he's ever seen. And basically, Ford's in a global competition with China and not just EVs. If we lose this, we will not have a future Ford. Boy, I bet they're glad they lobbied Washington all those years to make sure they could keep making crappy cars and keeping all the Japanese cars out and not have to innovate. I bet all that lobbying really paid off real good. Jeez, guys. Meanwhile, alligator Alcatraz is in the news, as you may know. I shouldn't even say those words. They spent $170 million to assemble a prison, a concentration camp in the Everglades. And by the way, too, the next time you ever hear anybody in power say they cannot house people that are unhoused or they cannot feed people, you remind them they built a $170 million camp in the middle of the Everglades. They can do anything they freaking want. So anyway, 8 days old already. There was water seeping into it, and there were cables on the floor. After a rainstorm, just exposed, and just awfulness all around. So we're doing that. Our country's doing that. The Guardian over there in Britain, they're calling us, saying that it's revealing ongoing cruelty towards migrants in the U.S. And yes, it is. Speaking of flooding, the big news today, of course, is all about the Texas floods. And I really was unfamiliar with the Guadalupe River, so here's a map of it in the lower heart of Texas, there, the lower intestine of Texas, perhaps, running northward, actually, which is interesting. I mean, northwestward, between San Marcos, Austin, and San Antonio, and I mean, really in Kerr County, next to nothing. But they said that there was a gauge in the river closest to Camp Mystic, the girls' camp that got flooded out, and it rose 25 feet in 2 hours before going silent, which I assume means broke. So that's pretty crazy. Um, of course, something that didn't get nearly enough news was these two young Mexican girls who were working at the camp, Silvana Garza Valdez and Maria Paula Zarate. They became real life heroes. They saved more than 20 young girls from the raging floodwaters. They, they just doing their jobs, just being good people. Meanwhile, I know what you're saying to yourself, but what about Ted Cruz? It's okay. Ted Cruz wasn't in Texas, of course. He flew to Greece. He was in Greece. I'd like to remind you that this is 4th of July weekend and that a U.S. senator was celebrating our Independence Day weekend in Greece. Here's a picture of him at the Parthenon. So, cool. Meanwhile, I saw a post here from Really American that's Trump and Fascism Barbie, who've been busy tearing the National Weather Service and FEMA apart just so they can give tax breaks to the rich. Will blame Biden for the deaths in Texas in 3, 2, I don't have to show you guys, he 1. Nailed it. Hey, just to remind you, we're not the only POS country in the world. Britain also sucks. Here is Roger Waters of Pink Floyd fame, as referenced earlier in the chat in the pre-show. Come to the pre-show. It's fun. Come to a live show, all you millions of listeners out there in YouTube land. Roger Waters reported to a counter-terrorist police. He was reported after declaring his support for Palestinian action. This is ridiculousness of the country. It borders on the absurd, but there you are. He says on the mic, something akin to Palestinians are people. Now he's got to, talk to the counter-terrorist police. Same thing happened to a guy by the name of Bob Villain, who we also heard from earlier in the show. And Jeff for St. Clair reminds us that Tipper Gore could have warned that the music censors, when you censor something, it inevitably results in #1 on Spotify. It's just that's #2, #7, #8. They're just, it's the Barbara Streisand effect where you're just like, oh, I don't want any publicity. All publicity is good publicity. And we listen to some of their music in the pre-show. And why? Because you tried to make us not do it. That's how you get comedians to do things. um, Here's an interesting one that I got. In one of the strangest moments in television history, a British reality show called Eden sent contestants to a remote Scottish island for a year-long experiment in off-grid living. Isolated from the world and media, they battled the elements, hunger and cabin fever in hopes of proving they could build a society from scratch. What they didn't know is that the show was canceled 4 months after airing began, and no one told them.
Oh, shit.
And I would just like to remind you that not only is Hollywood trash, any aspect of Hollywood or television in the world, including the BBC, apparently, or was it? No, just British. Okay, but British, probably not BBC. I don't know, but still, all television is trash. Just remember that when you're like, no, I want to do this extra special thing so my boss will recognize me. No, they don't care. Your bosses don't care, especially if you're in television. This week, we did get to see a fun little fight. That greasy little ball of human waste called Steve Bannon. He picked a fight with Elon Musk. And Bannon said, "You're not American. You're South African. And if we take enough time and prove the facts of that, you should be deported because of the crime of which you did, among many." And I was like, ooh, Bannon. And Elon Musk says, the fat, drunken slob called Bannon will go back to prison, and this time for a long time. He has a lifetime of crime to pay for. And Jeffrey St. Clair says, you know, Trump said in Iowa this week that he wants to host a cage fighting match on the lawn of the White House. And, that didn't really sound appealing at the time, but a Bannon versus Musk match would get me to
Ooh.
watch. Would get me to, I'll watch it. I will watch it. I will watch it. You know what I mean?
I'll make T-shirts for that event.
Dude, they're both slimy. So it's kind of like a
Yeah.
jello match. Do you know what I mean? They're both slimy. So yeah, it'd be pretty even. So here's a headline from the Beaverton up in Canada. We see a picture of Air Canada Airlines and it says Canadians traveling to the US advised to not fucking do that.
Is that true, Michael, or have you been told not to come back down here?
Friend of the show, Uncle Steven says, I heard that the current count of Canadians abducted by ICE without due process is over 55. And I'm like, wow, the Canadians are getting information we're not, and that number is low. Oh, wait.
I'm not allowed to comment on an open investigation.
Fair enough. I respect that.
Sure. That's the way it works. That is the way it works.
I will say every town I was in was called Beavertown when I was in the Army.
Dude, don't make me dime you out.
All right. Let's move on here. Jeffrey St. Clair making the fourth appearance in the news section, so you can tell where I get my news. By the way, I had a beer with him at Esquire years ago. He's a very nice guy. Fox News is so invested in Clinton's offered Epstein theory that they're finally giving Trump's people a hard time for burying it, okay? And Steve Ducey, the Deuce, said, so what happened to the Epstein client list that the Attorney General said she had on her desk? And Carolyn Levitt, spokesman for the White House, said, I think if you go back and look at what the Attorney General said, Ducey interrupts and says, I've got the quote. She said, it's sitting on my desk right now. To review, I just would like to point out that the Deuce dropped some journalism. Who knew he had it in him, man? Journalist Deuce Dropper. That's his name.
That was my ska punk band in middle school.
Yeah, it was. Hey, if you think you're having a hard time, 7 engineers got suspended after a $2.3 million bridge included a 90-degree turn. And here we see a 90-degree turn on a bridge. And
I don't like that.
It's like a Mario Kart course in real life. It's not curved. That's a 90-degree bend.
That is so sketchy.
There's no bumpers or wheels or nothing to help you through that. This is absolutely insane. They've been doing these crazy ice raids all up and down California, including this place, I believe it was Echo Park in Los Angeles. They just showed up. Governor Newsom came out, said that it was the anniversary of another holiday and that it was picked very intentionally. They brought out brute force and raided the park where children are, not to arrest anybody at all, just to show they could do it. That was the comment. They brought media people with them. They were like, yeah, we just want you to know we can do this. And I was like, oh my God, what are you, 12? Anyway, ICE raiding the economy of Los Angeles has ended up with an economy that is just tanking because the workers are going into hiding. Here we see a picture of a car wash that's been closed because the ICE raided it in Westchester, California. Pretty amazing. It's like the 4th largest economy in the world is California. But you know what? This guy is much like me with technology. He can break any business. It's like losing money on a casino. Oh, I did want to go back to this. I meant to mash these together. So yeah, it was really funny. The Ducey Levitt Epstein list thing. It was quite the evolution. Literally, they started saying, and Joe Jorgensen reports this. Attorney General Pam Bondi just told the American people on February 21st she had the client list on her desk. Now there is no list, and we have the 4 stages of clown makeup, and it says we will release the Epstein list. We just need more time. The Epstein list is on my desk. There is no Epstein list. Yeah. It was like, wow, they really do think these people are just morons, man. Drink your Kool-Aid. And it's true, they do. We always like to cap out the news with a nice heartwarming animal story. And so I wanted to get you this one from Draco, the Death-Eating Cupcakes post. Follow them at your own peril. That's what I say. And he has this heartwarming story from Film Noirsbian. No pun intended. It says, My dad had a massive vegetable garden, and it is his life. Whenever I ask how things are going, he tells me about the garden. Periodically, he texts me pictures of things that he's harvested, ask when I'm coming by to pick them up. And for a while, the biggest bit of garden gossip had been his nemesis, the gopher. The gopher was consistently
Oh.
ruining his day by pilfering the best of everything just before my dad could harvest it. Anytime I talked to him, all he had to tell me was about that damn gopher. He dreamt about killing the gopher, his truest enemy. He tried to train the dog to hunt the gopher, but the dog was a pacifist. He led some of the barn cats to the holes, but the barn cats have unionized and refused his offered rate. He then laid no-kill traps because you can't risk having poison near those crops and with eventual gopher side in mind, but suddenly he was faced with a cute and terrified animal and he didn't have the heart. So he released it. He said he was so scared he'll never come back. Gopher was back the next day with a vengeance. That was some weeks ago. So today, my dad sent pictures of his garden, and I saw a squash gently laid by the gopher's hole, like a package left on the doorstep. I said, Dad, what's that squash doing there by the gopher hole? He said, Oh, he likes the squash best. In an effort to appease the gopher, my father now gives him a little squash every day, like leaving an offering for a garden spirit. But this apparently works well as a compromise. The gopher has stopped stealing, content to have his meals delivered to his door.
You take drugs, Danny? Good.
It's Gopher DoorDash.
Every day. Good. You take drugs, Danny? Every
Yep.
day. Good.
Yep.
I said freeze, Gopher!
About 10 minutes ago, when you started reading that, you said my dad has a massive vegetable garden, and I was going to say, I'll put a massive vegetable in your garden.
That's pretty good, Eggplant Boy. Very nice.
Thanks, Eric. I was
Sure,
sitting on
buddy.
that one for a long time.
That's like holding in a fart for you. You can barely do it.
He did start reading that last week, didn't he?
Shut I love you, cocksucker, so much.
Is it my
All
turn?
right. And with that, that ends the news. All that's worthy of reporting for July 8th, 2025. Handed it over to you, Michael, for a nice
Round one.
size round one. Oh, wait. Can I do something real quick?
Yeah.
I did get a piece of news that I didn't get a chance to offer up to everybody before, which is that I did not realize that 4 of the top 6 podcasts during the election year 2024 were conspiracy related. They were all conspiracy meme related. So I just want to go ahead. I just want to go ahead and for the SEO, thank all of our sponsors, the Clinton Foundation, the Bilderberg Group,
The Illuminati.
the Bohemian Grove Society, the Council of Foreign Relations, and yeah, okay. And Michael's up. Look at you, looking all smart in your little tie.
Can you guys see me and the meme now?
We can see
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
No.
Wow.
No, right?
Wow. I didn't know this was possible. So this isn't a meme. This is a picture I took of a program from a wake I was at on Saturday. My good friend Don Brewer passed away. God rest his soul.
Oh, that's right. You told me about him.
At the top of this program, at the wake, we have a direct quote here from Don Brewer, and the quote is, "I told you I was sick."
That is fucking great.
I like this. It's a picture of a kid with a necktie on, and boy, just for our listeners, this is just you should picture a mouth breathing 11-year-old. That's what this looks like.
Ugly.
Says them, "Are you religious?" Me. And it's a picture of this religious mouth breather. And he's holding a book that's called The Book of Goth Butts and Fishnets.
I too attend that church.
I find your ideas intriguing and we should subscribe to your newsletter.
Yeah. I can't tell you who this comes from because they blocked themselves. They blacked their own name out. But it says during icebreakers, which by the way, TD, are you on the dais today?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, sick as fuck. During icebreakers in freshman year of college, I answered the question, "What's your favorite animal?" with skunks, because I also fart when I'm scared. I received so many confused and judgment stares, coupled with cold silence, and then I farted.
Yeah.
So the Hard Times, friend of the show, thehardtimes.net. Listen, if you're not following the Hard Times, I would think long and hard about whether or not you want hard times because you're not acting like you do.
Yeah.
If you're not following the hard times, fucking get some hard times going.
Yeah.
Picture of Andrew Cuomo, and it's the headline is "So this is how rank and file mediocrity and corruption dies." A guest post by Andrew Cuomo. John Fugelsang, who we love, says, as a Christian, I remind you that Jesus was a gun-loving nationalist who opposed abortion, immigration, labor unions, gay rights, and communists. Oh, wait, did I say Jesus? Sorry, I meant Hitler. Jesus did none of that. That was all Hitler's agenda. This is a picture of a guy who looks super sad. I think it's like Snapchat, maybe. I don't really know. But it says, she didn't just break up with me. She video called me with her new boyfriend. He farted, and they laughed, saying it's me who farted.
Oh, that's cold.
This is a picture of a cassette tape. Some of us are old enough to remember those.
Oh yeah.
And the title of this cassette tape is The Bible, read in a condescending voice by a 14-year-old atheist. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I have so many memes that I didn't even know how to divide them by 3. So I'm just going to keep going until I stop. Abby Govinden, friend of the show, at Abby Gov,
Hey, Abby.
says, I don't mind mosquitoes sucking my blood. I have plenty to go around. What annoys me is the need to inject the itch juice into my skin. Like, I'm already feeding you. Why are you being such a bitch? Imagine if I slapped my mom every time she made me dinner. This is a picture. Hey, TD, what's the name of that Marvel? I think it's Marvel cowboy with the fucked up face, Jonah.
That's a DC character. His name is Jonah Hex.
Jonah Hex, Elseworld.
Oh.
If you're wondering why I didn't know, this looks like Jonah Hex mixed with Jesus, kinda.
Yes.
And it's a tattoo on somebody's body here, and it's just labeled Jesus of Bethlehem.
So bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 more because I'm just picking that number.
Sure.
Trash Can Paul, friend of the show, Trash Can Paul, keeping it nasty. We have a picture of a billboard here. Trash Can just says so true. And the billboard he's referencing is a picture of a horse on the billboard. And it says, give a man a horse, he'll eat in a day. Teach a man to horse and make him drink water. True.
That hurt my brain.
And finally, Trash Can's back. I told you he keeps it nasty. He says, I am motherfuckers. And it says, how motherfuckers with no AC and leather seats going to be driving this week. And it's got the seat all the way back, and so that their back isn't touching it because his back is soaking wet.
Oh.
I mean, that's fair, bro.
I'm just going to do one more because I lied. Shithead Steve. William was Shithead Steve.
Sure, Steve.
Shithead. Listen, I'll be honest with you guys. I know he's our friend, but I don't fucking like him. But Shithead's here. It's a picture of Matt Damon, and there's text over his face, and the text says, and I quote, yeah, put some text over my face. Matt Damon is Matt Damon in Matt Damon. A Matt Damon production.
Why do I find this so damn funny?
And that's all I have for round 1. The wholesome round, kicking it over to TD.
Hi, everybody. Yes, we're going to do round 1, the wholesome round, or as I like to call it, TD's often imitated, never duplicated, short round 1, brought to you by the dumbest shit I could find on the internet. Let's start this sumbitch.
You know, you remember things really well for someone who does as many drugs as you do.
It's a good point.
We will address that here shortly.
Yeah. Well said.
Is it that the autism cancels out the marijuana?
I need to really get diagnosed with autism just so I can
Just meet a doctor anywhere.
Sure.
Of any stripe.
Sure.
Just because I know a lot about comic books, movies, TV, and other dumb facets of pop culture doesn't mean I have the tism.
Hey, I'd love to point out that I fed in a picture of TD into a cartoon generator, and it made a combination printed T-shirt and Hawaiian shirt button up.
Well, because I was wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a printed T-shirt, but it
Yeah.
buttoned the Hawaiian shirt.
Blended them, and then it turned your hat into a baseball hat, and it apparently made you a young Stuart Huff. Like, it's like,
Have you seen me lately?
I
All
don't
right,
know.
let's
But
start
your
this
shirt-
thing.
Here's the thing, but your shirt says, "I'm not here to show you how to pet my dog."
Well, the real shirt I was wearing that night says, "I just want to smoke weed and pet my dog." So I mean,
Dude, AI is getting creepy, guys. This episode brought to you by Bats. Bats, we're coming for your freaking belfries. Bats, a good hang. Bats, no, you sleep weird.
okay, we're finally starting round one here. After that shit, okay. Friend of the show, Mystery Science Theater 3000. Friend of the show.
Hey.
It's a picture of George Washington giving a stone cold stunner like maneuver to a British soldier. It says, when someone uses kilometers per hour instead of eagles per cheeseburger. Sizemore, it's for you, buddy. And so is the next one.
Ooh.
Spill the Memes, friend of the show, has got a picture of Miley Cyrus looking very normal. It says, in England, she's known as Kilometry Cyrus.
Ooh.
I've been practicing all week on how to say that. I want you to know that.
Kilometry.
All right, next. Friend of the show, you know him, you love him, Satan.
Hail Satan.
He's got a picture here of white Jesus talking to a bunch of white apostles, and Jesus goes sup, and then all the apostles go sup, and Jesus supped with his apostles. John 13:14. I like food. Friend of the show.
Hey.
It says when you gamble on a fart and lose, and it's a package of whoopsie fudge stripe cookies.
I like how the Keebler elf has his hands on his hat.
His name is Ernie.
Ernie's like, whoa.
Moving on with the wholesome round. We got Club Cranium, and it's got a picture of the mom from the Brady Bunch. She's sitting around with kids drinking from cups, and it says almost 50% of American children don't get enough hardcore hip hop. That's why I'm glad my family loves the taste of Wu-Tang. It's an old Tang ad with Wu-Tang symbols all over the place. Because Wu-Tang is for the children. Okay, moving on.
I'm glad we invoke Wu-Tang a lot.
I love the Wu-Tang. This might be one of my favorite memes I saw this week. It's from friend of the show, Spill the Memes, and it's a picture of five people. They might be a family. I don't know or care. And they're all wearing 90s era windbreakers. The pants, the jackets, the shades, all the bullshit. And it's just a reminder that there will never be a generation who fought harder against the wind than we did.
I just realized, man, back then you could buy cups and plates and then, paper china, that would color coordinate with that.
Dude, I own one of these jackets, and I'm not telling you which one. Moving on.
It's the teal one. It's the teal and purple one.
Yes, it was a teal and purple one.
I'm not in the wind fighting generation.
Dad joke, friend of the show. Dad jokes. Dad says jokes.
Hey, Dad.
Fun fact: your shadow is confirmation that light has traveled nearly 93 million miles unobstructed, only to be deprived of reaching the ground in the final few feet thanks to you.
Shut up. You're not my real dad.
And finally, wrapping up round one here, we got memorable comments. I don't know you. And it says, Energizer launches smartphone with battery that will last a week in between charges. The picture of this cell phone that kind of looks like a fucking VHS tape. And friend of the show, friend of the universe, you know him, you love him. His name's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
it says,
Ryan.
imagine lying in bed, scrolling through your feed, and this cinder block slips out of your grasp and falls on your face. Because again, it looks like a VHS tape.
Yeah.
And that's all I got for the often imitated, never duplicated short round one, brought to you by the dumbest shit I could find on the internet. Over to you, Sizemore.
Very nice. Very nice. Going to kick off round one, the ostensibly wholesome round with the laughing librarian. What could be more wholesome? She says, folks, Maya Kern says, saw a thing recently about how calling people y'all and folks is becoming cringe. Buddy, you can pry those terms of address from my cold, dead hands. They're the only thing keeping me from calling everyone honeybee.
Fair enough.
Maya Kern says, at least if I die on this hill, I'll go to y'all holla.
Bruh. Bruh.
Brain and TD and Michael, I learned it from watching you. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
I learned it from
You know, I will say, I get a little, when I was living in Nashville, I got annoyed by people who would move to Nashville from like New Jersey, and within a week they were saying y'all. And then whenever I critique them, they'd be like, you say y'all, and I'm like, bitch, I learned how to talk in Arkansas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not some chia southerner, all hat, no cattle, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And I grew up surrounded by cattle, so
But
yeah.
you grew up in Indiana, which is actually the southernmost state in the Union.
Yeah, really. I think it had the most.
You can't get
fighting.
further
I
south
will
than
not
fucking
I will not
Indiana.
have my home state disparaged by a fucker from Arkansas.
It's sad. It's so
Hoosiers,
sad.
Razorbacks, calm yourselves.
But being from Arkansas is better.
Yeah.
It's like
At
not
least my family tree forks.
not a whole number better, but it's like
I mean, I'm surprised you actually say the state. I would just say the mountains.
the only state in the Bible.
Oh no. I don't. You know what?
Wait, I thought Utah was in there.
No,
think so.
that's the Mormon Bible.
That's
Yeah.
that's the joke, Sizemore. Thank you.
I gotcha. All right. Well, I knew I'd stir up some shit. I didn't know it'd be with this one.
Noah looked out of the Arkansas.
Anyway,
Shut
y'all,
up. Shut the hell up.
they're useful words, and y'all are just elitist. That's how it rounds out there. If we spent as much time on ourselves as we do memes, we'd be better people. And if you're not following, if we spend as much time on
Got a little called out by that one.
First of all, fuck this page. Fucking nemesis of the show here.
No shit.
Hey, come one, come all. I am an equal opportunity person here. Anyway, we have a comment from PETA. PETA, animal people. They got a nice little logo of a rabbit with PETA written on the side of it. PETA, Gold Check, says a fish's life is just as valuable to them as yours is to you. And Greg says, how come fish can eat other fish, but we can't eat fish?
Hell yeah. Front of the show, Greg.
Next, PETA blocked you.
I don't believe you guys think fish are animals. I don't feel like they are.
I don't know. In that one Nirvana song, it says it's okay. It's okay.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
I'll hit a fish with a hammer. I don't care.
I'll deep fry a fish.
I have hit a fish with a hammer.
Where was that one time?
It wasn't dead, and I was getting ready to skin it.
Whoa.
Catfish?
My point is, fish are tasty, and they're just like closer to plants than they are to me.
Oh, hell yeah.
Speaking of close fish, here we have a picture of an auto accident, and there's an enormous fish coming out
What
of
the fuck?
dash. Best and worst of Twitter, too. Off says, hate Alaska. Fuck this whole goddamn state. Just collided with a damn king salmon.
How did that happen?
I have so many questions.
Dudes, calm down. Caleb DiCarlo says, original poster's name is I Only Smoke Boof. So caught up in the damn king salmon, you're like, you missed. I only smoke boof. Come on, people.
I would hate to file that insurance claim.
Hey, speaking of underwater creatures, I found this one pretty amazing in anti-QAnon memes. Walter Greenwood posts this. Says, never have I seen a more apt natural analogy of the current majority of the U.S. Congress. We see here a funny-looking sponge thing in the bottom of the ocean. Says, the sea squirt digests its own brain after attaching to a rock. Once it finds a permanent home, it no longer needs to think or move.
Bruh.
I know. The fighting sea squirts. That would be the congressional baseball team. If we go through, it's a good Good and apt little deal.
That was Michael's nickname in the military.
Sea squirt.
That was actually my nickname in the whole Navy, and I was never in the Navy.
You freaking village people. Okay, this is a fun one. This is a cover of Life magazine from 1914 predicting what people would be wearing in 1950. The caption under the illustration reads, "Weren't they funny?" And we have like, some paintings in a museum of like 1914 people. Woman's got a hat with a feather on it. Man's a dandy with a cane and some spats and a little jacket and a hat. And the two people viewing it, the man and woman, are almost naked, really just bare negligee. The woman is smoking an enormous pipe that even Sherlock Holmes would be like, wow, that's a big pipe. And then the man is painted with some kind of tats, I guess. He's got like green stripes, yellow moons, purple hearts. I mean, he's got really all the lucky charms.
Four-leaf clovers, red balloons.
Yeah. And a big puffy flowered hat. And the woman's hairstyle is going on, man.
He's got like a conquistador hat. I will say she's dressed not so dissimilar from like the 1920s like flappers.
Flappers, yeah.
Very true.
But the pipe must have been scandalous in 1914. They did this to sell Life magazine.
I have a
love it if
pipe,
everybody
I have
was
a
this
pipe
slutty all
very
the time.
similar to that, and that's all I'm saying.
Anyway, that's about as wholesome as it gets this round, boys, so strap in. The best and worst of Twitter, too, making a second appearance here with Lil Harry at Big H Private Eye, says they're filming something downtown set in the 50s because all the cars were replaced with old cars and shit, right? So my high ass walked on set and some white dude in a three-piece suit told me I had to leave. And for a second there, I thought I had smoked myself back to segregation.
Dude. Dude.
Moving on, friend of the show and founding Zaddy, George H.
Shut the hell up.
Absolutely not.
Reposts this micro retirements bullshit, and he's got the Merriam-Webster headline: vacations. The word is vacations, micro retirements. Merriam-Webster says micro comas involve taking a 6 to 8 hour consciousness break every night.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fucking
I am ready for a micro coma.
Moving on to, speaking of the salmon theme, this one's from Kathy Salmon in the group, What Fuckery Is This? And if you're not following What Fuckery Is This, you are missing out on some fuckery. This is captioned, still one of the greatest photos of all time. We are at a hockey game, and two girls in the crowd have their hands up on the glass with a sign that says, Tyler, number 19, we sucked your dick in high school. They're smiling, and Tyler, number 19, is smiling. Everybody's having a good time.
I love this meme. It shows up all the time in my feed. I love this.
I seriously fucking hope Tyler does not have a girlfriend.
Dude, that smile on his face, he's not shifty. He's not a...
Listen, I'm just saying he's having a great time right now.
Yeah, and if he does, if his girlfriend gets mad, I bet he got their numbers.
That's true. I would like to have been a fly on the wall when his fiance found this photo on the internet in its millions and millions of places. Yeah. All right. Only got a few left here. Best and worst of Twitter, too, making a third appearance with Kiera Boyce, who has a post from Conajam. Says, a drunk girl at a party asked me, so what's like your backstory? I said, scoliosis. She said with complete sincerity, oh my God, that's crazy. I'm a Libra.
Dude. I like her already.
I hate her. I hate her so much.
Fun at parties.
I want to find her and tell her what time I was born.
Moving on here, man. Royce, friend of the show. I partied with him at library conferences, and he's a nutcase. He says, this is the #1 seller on my greeting card Etsy page, doing what I can to help people heal trauma. And we see on the cover, it says, in lots of cool words, space lasers are shrinking my penis. In a big font. And then inside it said, it's no big deal. See, your trauma feels better already. From friend of the show, Royce's Etsy page. So, yeah, there you go. This one's interesting. Nice conversation in Darren the Scarlet Pescatarian. He reblogged Anonymous, who said in all caps, Paris was not named after Paris Hilton, you dipshit. And Ashtray Olsen answered, source, ? We all have an Ashtray Olsen who answers in our... Anyway, Nerdy Pagan 1 said it was obviously named after Paris, the Trojan prince. Darren the Scarlet Pescatarian replies, common misconception. Paris Hilton was named after Paris. The Trojan prince and Paris the city was named after plaster of Paris for the trade relations reasons, that plaster being the main export of the area when the city was founded. Plaster of Paris getting its name, of course, from its inventor, Paris Hilton.
Dude.
And the eternal newbie says, I don't know why anyone else uses ChatGPT when they can log into tumblr.com and just see bespoke, obviously stupid lies handcrafted by a real asshole for free. Hashtag, we are such an important public service. As are we, Facebook for the blind. Blinders out there. Love y'all. Best and worst of Twitter, too. My God, so heavy this row. Has this one from Ignacio, who's reposted Ben Crew 1. Says, in 2049, I plan to direct 78-year-old John Hamm in the 2-hour TV special Mad Men Returns, where Don Draper ends his advertising career in 2004 by pitching the Quiznos Sponge Monkeys ad.
God, that was the worst fucking marketing thing I've ever seen. I mean, I guess we remember it still, but Jesus.
I didn't even do drugs back then, and that weirded me out.
Oh, man.
I remember being like, why would a restaurant use like
Why?
a rat-looking rat?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, and the thing was, too, is, I mean, I'd seen the original, like, video where they had the kittens, the little Viking kittens to Immigrant Song from Led Zeppelin. They're, like, in a little Viking yacht going across a pond in a park. It's adorable. Those little mouths in a little kitten with a sword and a Viking helmet, adorable. Quiznos ad, rat thing, not adorable. Traumatizing. Anyway, it's all good. All right, I got to get this thing done. Friend of the show, Craig. You guys remember Craig? I love that man. Thanks for the cookies, buddy. He has this story that ran. It's got a sea slug, it looks like, at the bottom of the ocean. It says, scientists find 30 potential new species at the bottom of the deep sea using robots. And the caption is, this is worrying. We've only started using robots ourselves.
But
God.
You made me do it. You both made me do this. And finally, Lady Lawyer at Parker Lawyer reports that the parent-child roles really do reverse over time. Last night, my 79-year-old mother and 80-year-old father called me to pick them up from a restaurant because they stayed there later than expected and didn't want to drive in the dark, and also because they were drunk.
Damn.
hell yeah.
And Ashley says, did you drop them off and say, we'll talk about this in the morning?
Yeah.
And that wraps up my ostensibly wholesome round one. Handing it back to you, Mr. Michael, for an interstitial second round.
Here comes the second round, ostensibly the second one.
Yep.
First up,
Stuff.
for round 2. Totally Tubular 80s.
Oh my God, I love them.
Has this scene from a movie TD's going to tell you.
Back to the Future Part 2.
Absolutely.
And it says, still can't believe it's only been 10 years since we all dressed like this. And they just look fucking ridiculous. I don't even know what to say.
Sure.
A lot of buckles.
Yeah.
Here's
That's
a
what
picture of Andrew Teedy smoking a cigarette, or Sasquatch smoking a cigarette.
Fair.
Not to be confused with Sad Squatch in the chat.
And he just looks kind of despondent. And it says, what really haunts me is I'm really not smart enough for so many people to be this much stupider than me.
Oh my God. Oh.
Hell yeah. That is a picture of me, and that's a thought I had.
Oh my God.
This is from What the Fuck Just Happened.
Yep. Been there. I live there.
I just sneezed. Would anybody like to say anything to me?
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank
I was
you.
waiting for your brain to stop rattling, because dude, the look on your face, you like just hit Control Delete.
Dude, I think
Dude,
that
the
the
hard
new
sneeze.
I think the new Zoom edited that sneeze out. I think that's
It did.
AI. I didn't hear a sneeze at
Oh,
all.
did it really?
Yeah, I could just tell by the motion you did. I couldn't hear shit.
If you
So
did it,
this is a picture of a protest, and somebody's holding up a sign that says National Guard D's nuts.
Hell yeah.
So bad.
What the?
This is a hot dog that's been cut long ways,
Oh, what
and
the
bread has been shoved in the middle of it. And it says the world is not ready for dog hot.
Stop it. Stop it.
So dumb.
Middle class fancy, friend of the show, and
Hey.
absolute fucking voice of a
Yeah.
people.
MCF, buds for life.
They have Dennis here from that show about Pennsylvania, and he looks really disappointed. And it says, when the waitress who said she'd be right back with your sauce is walking around the restaurant living her best life. I don't like that.
I feel that.
I'm
I
not
feel that.
bougie, like I'm working people too. But like, come on. I can't start eating till you fucking bring the hot sauce. My eggs are getting cold. I'm not going to eat these eggs without hot sauce. Okay? I'm not in junior high. I think I already shared this one, but this is Tara from at Proletariat or at Proletera. It says Outlook used to mean how things are viewed, and now it's emails. Really makes you think.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, that sucks.
Oh man. Well, this is a picture of Hulk Hogan's face superimposed over Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa's body, and it says, Brother Teresa.
Shut up.
I'm glad you put the emphasis in there, though.
Brother.
Brother.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Here's a picture of a toilet with a whole bunch of bananas in it, and it says, listens to Gwen Stefani once.
God damn it, I hate you.
Because Eric, see, there was a song where she says over and over, the shit is bananas. And then she proceeds to spell bananas.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Gotcha. This is great stuff, guys.
TD, you want to go ahead and read this one for the people?
Yeah, sure. Here we got kind of a mashup between Kurt Cobain and Hank Hill from King of the Hill, and that's Kurt Propane.
Wow. That's disappointing, TD. All right, listen.
Smack the mohawk off of you.
I'm glad somebody finally is reporting on this. And of course, it's the hardtimes.net, friend of the show, the hardtimes.net. Fucking follow him.
Sure.
And he's got a picture of he kind of looks like that actor whose name I can't think of.
Oh, kind of looks like the guy who played Archie Bunker.
No, he looks like the guy who was the Mary Tyler Moore's boss in
Ed
Asner.
Asner.
Ed Asner. It said, and he's sitting in a diner, and his arms are folded across his chest, and he's pissed. And it says, "Complaining boomer actually has a good point about QR code menus." And let me fucking say something here.
Yep.
The boomers are right about this.
Yes.
They're right about this one.
Yeah.
I hate those damn things.
I hate those things.
Preach.
Yeah.
Laminate the menus. It's not even an expense.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to something better. This is coming to us from Coffee Diarrhea, friend of the show, Coffee Diarrhea. It's a guy standing there smiling. He's wearing a Canadian tuxedo suit. He's holding a cup of gas station coffee. It says, all I need is a good coffee. And then we see that it's coffee is, okay, twist. It's an acronym. COFFEE. And C is for crap. Oh, God. F is for fuck. So crap, oh God, fuck. Nothing for F, nothing for E. And the final E is I'm shitting. All right, this will be my last meme for round 2, the ostensibly second round. And it's from FaZe Has, who says, if I die, just know I died doing what I love, which is dying.
I want that on my tombstone.
Kicking it over to you, TD.
All right. I want to apologize, everyone. This is normally where I would do the inebriated round.
Oh.
I'm not inebriated.
What?
Oh my God. You had one job.
Oh, no, because there's a reason, and I've been alluding to this all night. This is going to be the insomniatic round. I'm working on 2 hours of sleep last night. I didn't get to sleep till 3 o'clock this morning.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's why I'm extra cranky. That's why I'm extra out of it. Sleep
Nature's high.
deprivation.
That's a way to get fucked up when you don't have enough money to get fucked up. Just don't go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, except I wish that's why I did it. Okay. Yeah, let's start this thing.
You got it. Coming right up. Boom.
Okay, cool. Hey, some dumbass named Andrew Teedy. I posted this.
Hey, I like
And
Andrew.
that makes one of us. We got a honeybee covered in pollen in a flower, getting covered in pollen, and the bee is labeled me, and the flower pollen dispersal system is labeled a family-sized bag of cheese puffs at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Mildly called out on that one.
Anything you eat after midnight doesn't count.
Yeah.
Ah, loophole.
Fair enough. Loophole, baby. Next. Same dumbass, Andrew Teedy. I posted a picture of Conway Twitty circa 1970 something, wearing a trucker hat, a polo shirt unbuttoned as much as it can be, and the tiniest little white shorts. And it says, "Forget the Daisy Dukes. This summer the boys are rocking the Conway Twitties." And my comment on this was, remember, Conway Twitty got more ass than a toilet seat dressed like this. In fact, friend of the show, Larry Smith, has a wonderful joke about Conway Twitty where he says, "Hey, just remember, Conway Twitty got your mom pregnant."
Oh, damn. Jesus.
All right, next.
Wow. Larry said that?
Larry said that. Brandon J. McDermott, I have no idea who you are, but I agree with you in this matter. It says, "Beauty comes in all shapes and sizes. We got potato chips and French fries and baked potatoes and hash browns and American fries and mashed potatoes. Beauty comes in all shapes and sizes. I love potatoes." All right,
Dude,
next.
we all do.
Hell yeah.
I was like thinking, I'd put some gravy on that.
Hot
Fuck
sauce.
yeah.
Hey,
Cheese.
it's the Trapper Keeper that matches your shirt.
No shit. June Cleaver's vintage closet. I don't know you either. And it is a picture of a early 90s Trapper Keeper that matches a shirt I have. It says, "If you ever been excited to get a new one of these, you probably use caution walking downstairs now." Fuck you. Because yes.
Oh my God, man. I remember getting this Trapper Keeper, getting 3 notebook folders that would go
And you
inside
thought
it.
you were the coolest son of a bitch.
And then I would click my 4-color pen.
All right, next. So Maxim magazine, fuck you
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
Remember those guys?
I do.
Yeah, they still have a website apparently. This is, "Women are happier when their partner is less attractive than they are," says new study. And it's a picture from the movie Superbad with Emma Stone and Jonah Hill, and Emma Stone looking very lovely because it's Emma Stone, and Jonah Hill looking like Jonah Hill. And Jonah Hill actually comments on this going, "I feel attacked."
Yeah. Wow.
Next. Friend of the show, Duchess Anna of Banana.
Hey, Anna.
She's got a picture of a drunk dude talking to a cop, and the cop goes, "Blow on this," and the guy goes, "Whoa, I'm not that drunk." The cop goes, "The breathalyzer, you asshole." Yeah.
Sure.
Next. Friend of the show, Joe the Animal. It's a picture of, everyone has seen one of these. It's a victory mousetrap. "Wouldn't some bitch hurts like hell if you don't get it set right and it snaps on you." And it's got a McDonald's hash brown in it. And it says, "This would catch a lot of you." And to that I say, shut up, Joe. Because it absolutely would.
Those really
I love
are
those
good,
damn
man.
things.
You don't know. You don't know that for sure.
I eat probably 5 of these a week.
Oh,
Dude.
God. Dude. The only thing I like better than those are the potato cakes at Arby's.
I like to
Those
eat. I like to eat them in the shape of the little baggie that they come in.
Me too. Yeah,
Better
you
than
get
squirrel.
yeah. Next.
Fun.
You ever put salsa on them? The McDonald's salsa?
No.
No.
But
I have
it's a fucking
I
game
have dipped-
changer, dude.
I have dipped it in Tostitos queso. Oh baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Awesome Pets, new acquaintance of the show. Um, says my dog is 16, so I figured it's time for some driving lessons. And it's this very old, sweet, good doggy, looking very concerned, with his little paws up on the steering wheel. And some confused guy says, "How to teach your dog how to drive?" And he's reading the book, and the dog's just like, "Bro, I can't even reach the pedals." That looks such a good dog. Okay, next.
He's trying. He's trying.
He really is.
Look,
I mean,
I'm
believe
a
me, I would
human.
love to teach my dogs how to drive because fuck
dude.
Uber.
Game changer.
Good video 88. I don't know you. Says I have started yelling not friendly to people when they someone tries to approach me. I learned it from dog people.
Smart.
I really need to start doing this. All right, next.
Nice. It's a good trick.
Wrapping up round 2 here. Friend of the show, Chocolate.
Hey, Chocolate. Oh, Chocolate. Dude, it's been days.
It says they say it's July and it's 100 degrees. Walmart should be putting up the Christmas items any day now. And that has been the insomniatic round because I had no sleep. I apologize. Maybe in 3 months when I come back, we'll do the inebriated round again.
Okay.
Over to you, Sizemore.
I get what you're saying though, man. Yeah. Because I've been there before, and like a single, like, you know, if I just smelled the bouquet from the cork from a bottle of wine, I would just fall on the floor. Hey, Nan knows what I'm talking about. She's seen it. Good times. All right, kicking things off, round 2, brought to you by Malort, friend of the show, Larry Smith, posted Jepson's Malort. Malort, these pants aren't going to shit themselves. Jepson's Malort. For those of you outside of Illinois, I don't know. It's a weird joke. It's
just don't ever consume that stuff.
Strange joke. Like, they have it on tap at our comedy venue, which is just
that's just another reason that place confuses me.
Oh, I know. I was like, so weird. Anyway, but Larry says, "Hey, finally, a little truth in advertising." Yeah, you know, good.
That is true.
Way to find the upside. Way to find the upside, Larry. What fuckery is this? Kathy Salmon. Oh my God, Kathy Salmon is back with a happy 4th of July. Look at these fireworks. These are wonderful. Look at all these fireworks. Just a beautiful fireworks show. Just look at the head on this one.
For those of you playing along at home, all the fireworks displays kind of look phallic.
They look like a dick and balls, not just phallic. I mean, full on dick and ball. Look at the glands on this guy.
I didn't know how we wanted to approach that, sir.
Anyway, Claudia Buzic says, "I'm assuming it only lasted for a few seconds." Happy 4th of July. So yeah, if you're not following what fuckery is this, you're missing out on some fuckery. The best and worst of Twitter too, making a 77th appearance in this show with James Padwack, who has a post from Moral Philosophy at ML_philosophy. What do you find attractive that isn't physical? And 4 Live says, not being a piece of shit is pretty hot. I love the Gen Zers, man. Just lowest bars ever. Here we have an adorable kid. Look at this guy. Look at this little guy. I mean, this picture's taken at a weird angle, but obviously a cool kid, about maybe 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. He's got a mullet. He's rocking it. He's also got the DeLorean from Back to the Future on his t-shirt, in full like profile, which you normally don't see. And it says, "Who is your hero?" And Bubby Wade says, "My Meemaw, she run off a porch thief with nothing but a Roman candle and a lit cigarette."
Labune, is he related to you?
I think in the architecture that is signature Arkansas architecture in the background. That was from friend of the show, Kristen Toomey, and she kicks butt. Friend of the show, Uncle Steven, has some Sunday reflections, little conversation. Them, be like Jesus. Me, okay, drinks wine, calls people hypocrites, upset men in power. Them, no, not like that. Me, shrug. What What do you want from me? I read the book. I had favorite scenes. Those are the ones I want to act out. All right, about halfway through here. Best and worst of Twitter, too, with its 98th appearance in the show. Kiara Boyce, second time for her, too, saying, dang, Nash is not playing around.
Hell yes.
Kevin Nash said, happy 4 more trillion in debt day. Never felt this proud as we continued to destroy the empathy we once held for those less fortunate. So I guess happy, wealthy, white 1% day. Enjoy your small regional hospitals while you can. Things just continue to get greater. Happy 4th, ... And Major Swagger replies with, what the fuck does being white have to do with anything? Kevin Nash says, are you worried about being deported, cracker? Sit in your Alabama double Y, shut the fuck up.
God, I love Kevin Nash so much.
That was pretty good.
And he didn't insult him. He said he had a double wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's high.
That's a compliment in Alabama.
Indiana, Arkansas, and Alabama.
Okay.
You might be the
why you
governor
got
in Alabama. They got the governor's double wide in Alabama.
Nice. Well done. Here we have the Laughing Librarian with their second appearance in the show with a post from Eric Anderson V. And it said, picture of this guy. It says Jackie Daytona. He's in that vampire show.
What we do in the shadows.
What we do in the shadows. So he's speaking in some kind of documentary, and his title is Jackie Daytona, Regular Human Bartender. And it says, how to make anything you do sound suspicious. Be mostly specific, i.e., yes, I bought this with legal tender money that was acquired legally. And I met with my friend who is alive. And I went to the still standing, not burned home of my enemies.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I like this. This is going to come up. This is going to be on the test. Friend of the show, Brittany Palmer, has this post. No, actually, I don't know if she's a friend or not. Acquaintance. She just says, hate to break it to you, ... but dash is a dead giveaway. You're using ChatGPT. And the speech professor now says, I feel like this is a new version of everything is a conspiracy when you don't know how anything works. Everything sounds like AI when you never learned how to write.
Right.
He said the follow-up speech professor says, I have spent decades honing my writing skills, and it absolutely kills me that anything above junior high writing skill is being called AI.
Oh, shit.
I was like, oh. All right, got about 2 more to wrap this up. Friend of the show, Christine, has this post from Merriam-Webster Dictionary. And if you're not following the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, you are missing out. It says, during these unprecedented times, it is important to remember that, although rare, precedented is a word. Brian Tarbell replies, no, it isn't Merriam-Webster. Merriam-Webster says, Brian.
That is the most polite fuck you I've ever heard.
Right. We decide what the words are.
Miriam did not come to play. That's what I'm saying. I love it. And finally, friend of the show, Jamie, has posted this one labeled, oh dear. We have Fairy Cake, who has a lovely fuchsia wig on, I believe, at Lovely Dream Girl. Says, mentioned a cervix to my 26-year-old boyfriend, and he looked confused. Ask him, did he not know what that was? And he looked at me in the eye so confidently and said, yeah, Jesus was nailed to one.
Shut up.
Oh, I meant to watch Michael cringe. That has been my round 2. Wrapping up the ostensibly second round. And handing it back to you, Mike.
I get the joke because he confused it with a crucifix.
Yeah, nailed to a
Oh,
crucifix.
shit.
You know how bad it is when you're nailed to a crucifix.
So, this is like it's a picture of a statue that looks like Mary, the Virgin Mary, but has a Wario nose and mustache and is holding 2 small bombs with a W on them. And Waterford Whispers News reports atheism introduces Waria, the evil counterpart to Mary.
Yeah.
Here we have a like a poster, And what's this?
Oh,
What's
yeah.
this character's name, TD?
Is that Ralphie?
Ralph Wiggum.
Ralph Wiggums has like a what that Nazi cross?
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. Tattooed on his chest, and
Celtic
it
cross
says,
or something weird shit, yeah.
"I'm in
Nazi.
charge of the Pentagon."
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
terrifying.
Yeah, that's the world we're in. Here's a picture from Trailer Park Boys.
Yep, Trailer Park
Oh, yeah.
Boys.
God, I loved that show. And we have Bubbles and Julian and Ricky, and it says, and they're in court, and it says people from Chicago trying to explain anything. And Ricky says, "Look, I can't speak without swearing."
Fair. Very fair.
In the show, the judge let him swear because it like wasn't fair. He couldn't actually defend himself if he wasn't allowed to say fuck.
Any veteran would also be that same way.
This is from Dead Soul Poetry, circa 2023. And I really want you to let this sink in. 2,000 years from now, people will not understand the difference between butt dial and booty call.
Oh, yeah.
And this is exactly why the Bible is hard to understand.
Ah.
Yeah. Good point.
Oh man, I actually was so glad that I got to use this one before either of you guys did. So many people sent me this meme this week. Eric, are you having to delete it from your third round?
No.
Oh wow, I really thought you guys were gonna get this one. This
I've
is
never
a
seen this before in my
picture.
life.
This is a very strange picture.
Yeah.
This is a picture of Bill Clinton, former president Bill Clinton, wearing a
That
shirt and
one.
tie, squatting down on some railroad tracks in front of like an old-timey like railroad station, train station. And it's captioned, "It's hip hop. You wouldn't get it. Just take the fucking picture, Hillary." I think this must be AI. There's no reason for it to exist.
I don't. Well, wow.
At Very Bad Llama says the guy who played Spider in School of Rock is now the district attorney of Tyler County, Texas. And now we're just all going to have to live with this information forever. But it's true.
Wow.
Well, I didn't verify. But I did read it on the internet, so I assume it's true. Wow, this is a picture of someone who has been here who was drunk. On the wall, the exterior wall, there's a picture of like the women's room and the men's room. It's just saying the bathrooms are this direction, and somebody pissed on the wall directly underneath the sign.
Hey, they were on the right path, just they couldn't hold it no more.
They thought they were there.
Yeah.
Oh, McDonald's is reporting that ska is back. So
Hell yeah. Thanks, McDonald's.
congratulations, everyone.
Hey.
Shithead Steve's back, friend of the show, Shithead Steve. It's got a picture of a bunch of beef jerky, and it says beef jerky is just a cow raisin. Change my
Yes.
mind. And then Shithead
Whoa.
comments on his own comment and says, a very overpriced cow raisin.
Oh, word.
Yukon Ghost at Graham Kritzer is at a diner. The waitress says, cops and kids 5 under eat for free. Me discreetly nudging my 6-year-old. My 6-year-old shoots a dog.
Hashtag ACAB. Dude, when I saw this in the wild, there was a comment underneath it, and it was like, but I don't get the joke. And like all these people just explaining, well, you see, in America, it's traditional.
Listen, Ted Travelstead at Trumpet Cake, friend of the show, Ted Travelstead at Trumpet Cake. He writes in all caps, don't cross me, or I will start a band, and we will play your least favorite type of music and become huge. And the name of the band will be your car's license plate number, and you will look like you got a vanity plate with our band's name on it. Oh my God, you will feel so stupid. I just want you to know that I hated Fall Out Boy when they were just a shitty fucking local band.
Did you have Fall Out Boy on your license plate?
No, luckily the rest of that didn't happen to me, but I can't tell you. They became not just a fucking huge band, they're like an American institution.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
That could be a problem. I could see that.
so annoying.
Mm.
I think this is a clip from the show Portlandia, which I don't think I've ever actually watched. But it
Likewise.
looks like it's from Portlandia.
Maybe.
And it says, when I'm at a show and some Krusty's dread grazes my arm, and she is yelling at someone, "Don't touch me. You're a dirty hippie and you don't get punk at all."
That's hilarious.
I had somebody say to me just the other day, they were like, "Yeah, I wasn't really around punk rockers, but I was around hippies. And hippies and punk rockers are basically the same thing." And I just said, "No, they're not."
No. Now, one thing that people don't know is that the mosh pit is a much more polite place than people understand outside.
Oh, there's so
Yeah.
many rules.
Yeah, it's
But-
a lot of
So much
rules,
etiquette.
a lot of
Yeah.
etiquette.
But it's easy for me because it's like, oh, don't hurt people. Cool.
Right.
Yeah. But one thing's for sure, and that's that if you fall down in the mosh pit, which I have done many times, people, you don't
Like-
understand. There's a lot of beer on the ground.
Yeah.
Like
So
what?
it's very, very easy to fall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Immediately, magically, a man
20
three
hands.
times your size will appear,
Yeah.
and he will
Yep.
be so gentle and so
And-
sweet
and
as
just
he
take
picks
you
you
up.
up
Oh, yeah.
off the ground, and then
Take you
throws
up in his arms and just
yeah,
carry you away.
and every time they
Cradle
give you a
you
look,
in his bosom.
yeah, and they go, "Are you okay?" And I go, "Yeah." And then they lift me off the ground, and I am not a small man, and I go
No.
flying through the air to crash into a bunch of other people. But it is a very loving environment. That's very, very true.
So I see the overlap in that Venn diagram.
Yeah. So I don't think hippies would do that. I think if I fell down in a mosh pit filled with hippies, they would just take away my fucking health care. My last meme for this round, I think. Yes, it's my last meme for this round, leaving only my post with the most. I want just so we know where we're at in the show. God bless you, Sammy. That's what people say after people sneeze. Bernie Sanders, friend of the show, Bernie Sanders. He
Yes.
says, "My first executive orders will be the fourth wave of punk, the fifth wave of ska, and a hardcore revival so sick that you won't even be embarrassed to listen to it."
Hell yeah.
This is what we could have had. This was January
could have.
27th, 2020.
Ugh.
Could have had this, but
Yeah.
alas. And that's all I have for round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. Boo, 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 boo. But it's 10:28, which means I'm skipping ahead. Here comes my post with the most this week. Miranda Parkin at MParkinB. She says, "When the Beatles say, 'Come together right now, all over me,' what was that about? Why did they say that?"
Dude.
Bet you got a lot of traffic on that one. Very nice. Very nice.
Why do
Uh,
they say over me?
By the way, earlier you said, what do you say when somebody sneezes? And I say to you, you sneeze like a kitten.
That's all I've got this week.
Very nice.
Love you, boys. Love you, George.
Love you, brother.
Kicking it over to
love you,
T.
Michael. Oh yeah, me.
Have a good one up there, buddy.
You should call yourself Meaty. Wait,
What?
that means like a lot of
What?
different things. Teety,
What?
and then you said me, and then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you're meaty, like you're teety meaty. You know what I mean? Because you're you. But then I realized that that's another word, MEATY,
No.
which is also very relevant.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. Let's get Sigmund Freud on that case.
I think
you,
meaty's good.
you and your
nickname
meat
for teety.
obsession.
Love you guys.
I honestly think this is more entertaining when I'm sober. As Labune rides off into the sunset, off in the distance we see my round 3.
Round 3. Ding ding.
Just for jokes, I don't know you.
Hey.
It's a picture of a bunch of celery pieces. It says celery. when you have that sudden urge to bite in the water with hair in it.
Sometimes.
Or as I call celery, dental floss wrapped in a carbohydrate.
Dude, it really does, man. Right up front. It's true. And then it becomes the play at home game.
Yeah. Moving on. Hot dogs in places. I don't know you. They repost from Kristen Arnett. It says, shout out to the woman at 7-Eleven who answered her phone and said, this better be good. I'm buying a hot dog. And then Kristen comments, she absolutely just hung up.
Ah, that's good.
I feel this.
I like that sense of priorities right there.
Yeah, I cut your jib. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Wrestle Hype, new acquaintance of the show. It's got a picture of wrestler Sami Zayn with a very excited, very Sami Zayn like face. If you've ever seen wrestling, a very happy, excited man.
He looks as happy as a North Pole elf at Christmas time. You know what I mean? Put a little hat
Right.
on now. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, Santa.
But anyway, Sammy here has this caption that says, George Washington, after finding out his face is going to be on a dollar bill that will frequently be shoved into the thongs of strippers. Which is hilarious because Sammy's not even American. All right, moving on.
Oh my God, what a concept. Mm.
Friend of the show, Chandler Schmidt.
Oh yeah.
He reposted from Dumb Bitch Juice, who reposted from Christine Lynn Herman. Christine says, my friends and I routinely have bracket nights where we pick 16 of something. Tonight it's the types of chairs and argue about them until we crown a winner. And there's something magnificent about watching grown-ass adults lose it over whether a rocking chair or a recliner is better. Clearly, it's a recliner. Moving on. Joe the Animal, once again, Joe the Animal has a post here, says, me, go fuck yourself. Lady in line, excuse me, my 10-year-old can hear you. Me, that's who I was talking to.
Asshole baby.
If you guys knew Joe, that's very Joe. Hey, some dumbass on Twitter called the Couchman.
Hey.
At Couchman Bakes. Please go follow me. It says this makes a buttload of sense, actually. Hashtag Wednesday motivation. Hashtag stoner thoughts. Don't ask. It's a picture of a bunch of ravioli. It says friendly reminder that the planet Earth is a dense molten core encased in a layer of solids and therefore is, technically speaking, a ravioli. I feel this. I get a support. I support this.
I'm hungry.
Well, this one ain't gonna do you no favors. My dumbass once again posted this. I was gonna play. I made the comment. I'm gonna play Uno with my chickens. He says he was winning and I got mad. And it's a picture of a chicken at a window with a bunch of Uno cards in the windowsill. Guys playing Uno with a chicken, and apparently the chicken is winning, so he fried the chicken. Big old plate of beautifully golden, crispy fried chicken.
That's unsportsmanlike.
That's good.
I would fry. Look, my wife won't let me fry up my chicken, so whatever. Moving on.
Oh,
My dumbass once again. I got it's a picture of a window scraper brush combo thing. Everyone here has one except maybe Sammy.
yeah.
I just said dang straight. It says it's gonna be 90 degrees today, but the Midwest taught me to keep this in my car 365 days a year. I feel called out because I have 2 of those in my car right now.
Yeah, I think I have 2 of them in there, and there might be more in the closet on the way to the car.
Oh, I know I got it. I know I got like one of those little itty bitty handheld scrapers in my glove box as well.
No, all of mine are heavy duty, and they're
Sammy, do they
telescoping
even
20
have any
foot
of these
reach.
in your state? Like,
What?
do these even exist? All right, moving on.
Yes, in the north.
Oh, she said yes.
Nice. Boom. Oh.
Shitpost Gateway. If you're not following Shitpost Gateway, you're getting your gateway for your shitpost. It's plate with 2 big honking dino nuggies and some steak fries and some ketchup. And it says this and some honkers in my face.
Oh God. Is that strip club food there? Is that what they serve? Dino
And
nuts?
no, I've actually never been to a strip club that served food. I know
Okay.
they exist.
Weird.
I just didn't have enough money to go to one.
Oh God.
All right, moving on. Once again, shitpost gateway and all that other stuff I just said.
Hey.
Sexual Alex Grease at
Huh.
something says, why do they still even make porn? It's been done to death. Oh, what's going to happen in this one? Take a wild fucking guess, idiot.
She's not gonna get her pizza.
Ew. Moving on. Friend of the show, you know him, you love him. I'll see you at poker on Friday. Satan.
Hail Satan!
He's got a picture of Batman drinking a cup of coffee, giving a thumbs up, and he also has a cigarette burning in an ashtray. Says, me, text my dad an important life update. Dad, and it's the aforementioned picture of Batman. This actually hits pretty close to home to me because last week was my 43rd birthday. My father called me. I haven't talked to my father in a couple months. We talked for 64 seconds. Moving on.
Wow, thumbs up.
We talk about 5 or 6 times a year on the phone. I'm gonna be generous and say it might total 20 minutes. All our phone calls together. Moving on. Sorry, this isn't therapy. This is the last one I got for round 3 here. It's once again, it's friend of the show, Satan.
Hail Satan!
Thank you. No one, the British Museum, and it's 2 dudes standing in front of the Leaning Tower of Pisa doing a hilarious picture where it looks like they're trying to stuff the Leaning Tower of Pisa into a backpack.
I love the pictures from all around the world of students taking things. It's just the British Museum. The British Museum.
Is it wrong?
Dude, I know. I always wonder, like, people travel to Britain. Do they just go, where did you get this? Where's this from? Here in the British Museum. Where? Uh-huh. Okay.
That's all I got for round 3. That's my post the most. No spoilers, bitch.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Yeah. No, over to you.
Boom. That's how I'll fix that in post.
No, you won't.
You know, I fix a surprising number of silly things in post. Wait, who said they got no scraper here? I couldn't read the chat. Here we got this is from 2022. Remember 2022? God, we were all so young back then. This is a picture with like flowers and moons, and it says, in an age of performative cruelty, kindness is punk as fuck. Be punk as fuck.
Hell yeah.
This one's from Finger Blaster. Oh my. Who says the 70s are back, baby. The fashions, the house plants, the gas crisis. All we need now is a disco revival and mountains of cheap, pure cocaine. Also taking it back.
Not wrong.
Also taking it back to 2022, and I'm just like, so young. Paul Bassett Davies, also talking to us from 2022 at the writer type, says, okay, it's time for a reality check. Checks reality. Holy shit. Would not recommend. And what reality do you think he was checking? Well, not back in 2022, but more recently. Hey, look, it's RFK Jr. Hey, don't make fun of him. I like his voice. He says, did you know that he was condemned over false claims that COVID-19 was ethnically targeted? Yeah, apparently it was like good for, would spare the Jews and the Chinese. He also denies that AIDS is caused by HIV. That's the Secretary of our Health and Human Services there. Oh, and here's one. And TD, I really want you to weigh in on this one. He said this back in 2024, July, just a year ago, 1 year ago. My take on 9/11, you know, he's running for president. I won't take sides on 9/11. TD, did you know there were sides?
I'm sorry. My brain just must have like had a fucking stroke. What?
I think you might need a worm of your own to comprehend this. But I wouldn't let this guy. He should have an ankle monitor. Somebody should look after him. He should not be running anything. That is what I am saying. This is a year ago. Anyway. By the way, I was talking to some conservatives. They don't know that he like picked up a baby bear roadkill and left it in Central Park. They don't know that he wanted to take home a whale head. So he got out a chainsaw on the beach and cut a head off a whale and then decided maybe he'd just take a couple handfuls of whale brain instead. So he threw them in a bucket. I'm like, who does that? What the hell is wrong with you? you, you know, waste not, want not. Okay. All right, moving on. Amy Sedaris, friend of the show, and again taking it back to 2022 with this picture of is this the guy from Monsters Inc? I guess this is the little green guy.
It's a knockoff version of Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc.
Yeah, except that his eyes are really red and he's got too many teeth and he kind of looks like he's going, what? It is captioned, when your friend dares you to take schizophrenia meds, but then he disappears.
Oh no. Oh no.
I know Amy Sedaris knows how to tell a good short story. Best and worst of Twitter 2 for the 952nd appearance in the show with the
it's a new record
200th appearance from Gonzalo Ignacio. You are killing it, Gonzalez. He's got this from Scott Gardner. That Scott Gardner says, we have a picture of two right-wing influencers. Oh man, what are these twits' names? I can't remember right now because I dislike them both a lot. Tim Pool. This is Tim Pool, who's extremely bald under this hat. You'll never see him without this hat because he's extremely bald and he's ashamed and feels unmanly about it. And this guy who always wears his little yarmulke and has that little snotty voice. Yeah. Anyway, those two. Do you remember? Does anybody know who I'm talking about? Do you guys know these people?
It'll come to me later. I'm trying to like repress that memory.
Bro, that's exactly what's happening. Thank you for putting words to it. Scott Gardner says, imagine having centuries of art, music, film, and literature at your disposal and instead choosing to stare at these chodes. My librarian heart sung with joy. I was like, oh, that's a good words. That's a good way to put that. Friend of the show, Jeffrey St. Clair, making the 18th appearance in the show with a post from Greg Meyer, Greg_Meyer61, says, turning in Anne Frank was the hardest thing I ever did. I just hope the Nazis treat her well. Lisa Murkowski in 1944. Probably. Anyway, I don't know. It was funnier last week, probably. Best and worst of Twitter 2 for the 2,460th appearance in the show with a post from Lydia Quappy. Says, my ex-husband is on disability for a back injury in a red state that already had no expanded Medicaid. And if this administration causes him to have to move into my basement, I will make January 6th look like a baby shower. And she says, hey, since this broke containment, he has a lovely girlfriend and they live together. So long as she hangs in there, I don't have anything to worry about. But I would absolutely do that for the father of my kid, who is a decent guy despite my hyperbole. And then she says, he's good at eating pussy. He will always be able to find a home.
Jesus.
It's like, no, this cat's a good mouser. He'll always.
That took a turn.
Somebody will take him in. I know. I loved it. Moving on. Existential Comics at Existential Com says, just brainstorming here, but the Women's March, but armed this time. Taking it back to 2022. Remember all those pussy hats? Remember those pink knitted pussy? What if they were guns? Okay. Pink, fuzzy knitted guns. Baby Egg says, when people know about your depression and they randomly ask, are you okay? How are you doing? In that special voice. And Crop Top a Pistol says, what's up, you depressed bastard? Dog Bun says, this is preferable, honestly.
Yes, I would prefer that.
And that's why another reason I like the comics is just like, hey, what's up, bipolar?
Yeah, right.
Here we have a post again in the Laughing Librarian, and I believe this is the 22nd appearance, with a post from Alan Shapir Omoyuku, who has a post from Zaza Man, Zaza My Odor. Zaza My Odor. Says, what's an insult you'll never forget? And Gary McBride responds, a teacher once said I was lazy because I did all of my work as quickly as I could so that I could spend more time doing nothing. 30 years later, I don't see what the fucking problem was.
Right?
It was one of those, yeah, what was a problem? This is an interesting thing from back in the past. I can't remember, I didn't have a date on this thing, but Elon Musk said, take the red pill. And then Ivanka Trump says, taken. And Lila Wachowski, who made The Matrix, says, fuck both of you. That's a two banger. That's two birds with one stone with that fuck you right there. That was a good one.
Hell yeah.
I think Lily did an excellent job. Best and worst of Twitter, too, with the 3,842nd appearance in the show from Akib Hussein, has a post from Ali Yared who says, I experience same-sex attraction, but my identity is in Christ. Experiencing same-sex attraction is not sinful. Acting on it is. Being tempted is not sinful. Choosing the temptation is. God provides the strength and grace necessary to choose life over the enemies. He is good. And Gachel at Lamer Ravioli says, okay, Queen, DM me when Jesus isn't looking. and and that is going to wrap up my tertiary round, leaving only my post with the most. Clap.
Okay.
Take two.
I searched long and hard for my post with the most. By that, I mean I just kept doom scrolling on my phone gallery until I found a meme that I forgot I had on there. And that's how we came up with this gem that we're about to see.
There you are.
New year, new meme. New acquaintance of the show says funeral instructions. Open casket. Free bag of tortilla chips upon entrance. My dead hands hold the bowl of salsa. And that is my post with the most. Now with extra riboflavin. Over to you, Sizemore.
Man, I don't know if you know this, man, but Teeny and I had this deal. Well, we used to have this running gag. We'd be at parties and stuff, and I go, "You remember our deal? You remember our deal?" And it was like if either one of us, if it was like if I die and Teeny knows about it, she's got to bring a boombox to my funeral and play Cool in the Gang.
Yep. And what is the song you're playing if I go?
Specifically, track number 2 on their greatest hits album.
Very good.
we did this gag at parties for years, and I was like,
oh my god,
if I actually die, I'm not sure if Teeny knows this is a joke. I just see her with this boombox.
Oh no,
gesturing at people. No,
dude, why do you think I have a boombox and a copy of that CD in my fucking Amazon cart right now?
That's amazing. That's amazing. Because you love me. Because you listen.
Yes.
Unlike the rest of the world, you listen. And finally, my post with the most from Really American. And if you're not following Really American, are you really American? With this post, people being shocked to discover that they need fact check GPT, Chat GPT. Damn, let's try that again. Take 2. People being shocked to discover they need to fact check Chat GPT makes me suddenly realize that many Americans never fact check anything that Facebook or Twitter or their drunk uncle told them, ... And suddenly the last decade makes sense.
Bruh.
And that has been my post with the most, leading us to the end of a contractual obligation to produce an entire episode of Facebook for the Blind for July 8th, 2025. To all the millions of fans out there in YouTube world, thank you. We love you. Mwah.
Love you,
George.
Beverly.
And
Woo!
yeah, we do some woos.
Woo. Obligatory woo.
Sometimes, let's see. Man, I was really...
Recording stopped.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. No, you know what? Because you know what I want to do just for the hell of it? I want to share that goddamn... No, fuck it. You're right. Yeah, that's it. And recording stuff. Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.